folks. Today I'd like to take a casual peek into the Avengers movie series Captain America action figure set by Hasbro. This set is part of the first series in hopefully more of the Avengers 6-inch scale action figures and was first released in 2012. This set is a Walmart exclusive, and I did purchase this at Walmart and paid $15.96. Taking a look at Cap here in the packaging, you can see Cap in his movie outfit, and also him wielding his iconic shield there. And this set includes a collector's base, basically a interlocking display base, which is cool. You can see the only at Walmart sticker there, and of course the nice artwork there and logo of the Avengers. That's kind of cool. Over here we have a nice picture of Captain America on the side. It's also the same on the other side here. And we have here the back of the package with a picture of Captain America standing on the collector base. And down here is a description of Captain America from the Avengers movie. And along the side we have other figures from this series. We have Iron Man, Hulk, Hawkeye, Loki, and Thor. Now we'll be right back and have the movie series Captain America here out of the package. Alright, we have Captain America here out of the package, and let's go ahead and take a look at the items that come included with the figure first. We'll start off with the collector base here. Now this comes included with every 6-inch scale Avengers figure, at least in this series. And it's an interlocking display base, and has 3 tiles, hexagonal in pattern, and there are pegs on each of the tiles. And around the tiles are an interlocking pattern throughout, basically a slot and a tab in alternating fashion. And that's to allow you to join the other Avengers collector bases together. And you can form a whole bunch of different configurations if you like. If you have, say, all 6 figure sets from the series, you can probably form a circular pattern. You can see how these slide into each other. And if you wanted to probably form circular pattern, or a more linear pattern if you'd like, or really some crazy combination, whatever you want to do. And not only can you join them together, you can actually stack them one on top of the other if you have enough bases on there. You'd have to have quite a few bases to be able to stack a nice type of tier type of display, and I'm not sure if you'd really want to purchase that many bases or that many sets to get this many bases. But one thing, looking at this, but I haven't verified it yet, but it looks very compatible with the HeroScape gaming system. It's no longer available, at least widely available, but it used to be available through mass retailers. It was a gaming system, a modular gaming system that used tiles such as this as gaming tiles, and they look very compatible. I wish I could verify it, but my tiles are in storage. But if you can get enough of the bases, you can probably build a mini tier type of display, and I think that would be cool. But these are the display bases, or you get 1 per figure set, and it's actually quite neat. Next thing we'll take a look at is the one accessory that comes included with Captain America, and that's his shield, the iconic shield. And you can see he's wielding the shield here. It's made of a hard plastic there. It's cast in red, and it looks like it's painted in silver and blue. And has some nice details on the star there. You can actually see some rivets on there. It's actually pretty nice. And on the other side, you can see Captain America is wielding it with some straps. Now, taking these straps off the figure here, let me just go ahead and take that off. These are adjustable straps so that you can either wield, have Captain America wield it on his forearm, or if you unfurl this, each of the straps, and you can see I guess different adjustment, not pegs, but just basically gaps where you can actually adjust the straps to make it the loop a little bit larger so that he can wield it on the back of his suit there. And I'm not going to do it now because I like it where it is right now. But they're not too difficult to take out the straps off the shield there, and it's joined at one end here. And you can just loop it different ways, either, like I said, on the back or on his forearm here. And I have it on his forearm. And it's a loose fitting until you actually tighten the straps. You just pull on the straps and make your adjustments here and there. And he can wield it all right, so it's not that bad at all. So, and you can see he's holding it quite securely there, so that's kind of cool. Now, taking a look at Captain America. Now, when I saw the, I guess, behind-the-scenes photos before the movie came out, I was not a fan of the Captain America suit. I thought it looked kind of odd, or not goofy, but just didn't look quite right. And I was not really looking forward to seeing the suit in the movie. I was hoping that they would make some changes. But by the time the movie came out, and I watched the movie, I really did not even pay that much attention to Captain America's suit. What I do remember is it actually did fit, and I really didn't mind it at all. And that's the magic of movies. The behind-the-scenes photos really show more than what they want you to show, and it's just it's pretty good, and I'm not bothered by the suit at all. Now, this figure here is represents Captain America in that suit, and it's pretty close, and I don't mind this suit as well. I think it's actually quite nice, and it's got a lot of details on this. It's really nice for a movie figure. And starting with the head sculpt, you can see Captain America's cowl here with the trademark A sculpted into the head. It's actually raised a little bit, as well as the wingtips, which is really nice. It's not just simply painted on. There is some sculpt to it. It's raised just a tiny bit and painted in silver, so that's really great, and I think that's a nice touch there. And you can see the covering over his ear here, basically where his comlink unit is, I'm guessing, is located, because he talks to other members of the Avengers in the movies without any comlink, so I'm sure it's embedded in his ear somewhere. And also looking at some more details on the cowl here, you can see that there are some line details on the head, which is really nice. It goes along with the suit. If you look at the suit, there are lines throughout, and on the suit, on the upper portion of the armor here, also on the mid-torso there, you can see some line work there, and even on the legs. And that's represented well in the movie. This is not something that they did just for the toy. You can see more line work there, and that was in the movie as well, so that's pretty good. And also, just the texture detail on this is very nice. I really like it, especially on this outer armor. It's sort of I'm not sure what kind of material it's supposed to represent, but it's got a very nice texture to it. And you can see the star here, it's painted in silver. And but looking at that texture, it's really cool. And even there's texture on the mid-torso area where it would have been just simply painted smooth white and red, but there is some texture on there as well. And you can see on his leggings here, the pockets, the back pockets there, it's very cool. And also on the legs here, more texture detail. And on the gloves here, some more texture detail here. Here's where I think if they added an additional shade of red in this area, that would have been nice. Otherwise, it's just plain red here. I can understand why there's not too much paint wash detail here, but on the gloves it would have been nice, as well as on the boots. And the boots are actually sculpted nice. I really do like the sculpt, but some additional red wash would have been nice there. And you got some more painted detail of silver here on the bottom or top of the boots, I'm sorry. on there, and has some more sculpted detail here. You can see some wrinkles in the boots there. Very well sculpted. I really like it. And also in between the armor, where you have the different shade of blue. You have a darker blue here, almost a bluish green, but it's predominantly blue. But it's a different shade of blue than the outer armor here, and that's actually kind of neat. I really like that. It adds a little contrast there. And you can see the silver from the shoulder here. It is broken up by this hinge joint, but that's just a product of the action figure there. And I forgot to mention the belt here. And this belt is actually loose fitting. It's tight around the torso, but it's a loose piece on there, and you can adjust it on here. I don't know if it was meant to be glued or not, but what's interesting is if you move the belt up here, they actually did sculpt belt loops for the belt, which is really cool, and they even sculpted a button on there, even though the belt is gonna cover that up. I thought that was really, really cool. They went to the efforts to sculpting that there. But pretty nice figure. A lot better than I was expecting. Like I mentioned earlier, I wasn't expecting much of the suit before I saw the movie, and I wasn't really expecting much from the figure before I saw the figure. And but it turned out really well, and a lot better than I thought it would be. Going over the articulation, the head does go all the way around and does go up and down quite a ways. It's on a ball hinge joint, and it can go side to side a bit as well. The arms go all the way around, and they can go out that high and in. And the arms go all the way around at the bicep. Double hinge joints at the elbows, and there is a rotation at the top of the glove just below the elbow, and can go all the way around. There is no wrist articulation, unfortunately. It would have been nice to have at least a hinged wrist on there, but unfortunately there isn't. The torso is on I guess a ball swivel joint that allows the figure to go down just a little bit. It would have been nice to go down a little bit more, but it does go up and back quite a ways, as well as all the way around, and even side to side. So a nice range of movement there. No waist articulation, but there is articulation in the legs, joined at the hip with a ball hinge joint where the peg for the ball joint goes in instead of at an angle, which was typical of most Hasbro figures. This allows the leg to go up, down, back, as well as out to the side, and the leg can go all the way around at the top of the thigh. Double hinge joints at the knees, and there is no articulation at the boot. A little bit understandable due to the sculpt. Would have been broken up the sculpt right here if you had added that articulation there. And the last articulation is at the feet, or at the ankle, I should say. That allows the feet to go down quite a bit and upwards, and also has that great ankle pivot there that Hasbro has recently adopted there. It allows you to pose that figure in a lot of wide stances. So overall, it's a great figure that I wasn't expecting to be great, but I think it actually is very nice, and a nice representation for movie Captain America from the Avengers. This is my casual peek into the Avengers movie series Captain America. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.